everyone, and welcome back to another video. During this video I'll be discussing something a little different than what I usually do, and ignore the technical analysis of things and focus more on the mentality of traders and how they should be picking out a new strategy, especially for a beginner trader. So let's say you want to pick a new strategy out. Let's say this might be your first strategy and you find a good strategy that you feel it fits you as a trader or as a person, because it is important to be choosing a strategy based on how you act as a person, how you are as a person. You find the strategy, and the first thing that you do is go straight onto the live chart, straight onto your actual account with your own money, and place a trade. And obviously, for obvious reasons, and I'll be discussing them in more detail later, you're going to fail this trade straight away. And this is what most likely happens when you're picking out a new trade, and especially if you're a beginner. So once you fail as with the first trade, you say, okay, I'll give up on the strategy. I don't like the strategy, and then move on to the next one, because this strategy is obviously bad because you missed this trade. So you move on to the next strategy. So second strategy, and you do the exact same thing. You find this strategy, you barely test it or not even test it at all, and you go on to a live chart, lose at another trade, give up on the strategy, and try to find another strategy, because obviously this strategy is bad as well because you missed your trade. And find another one and keep on doing the same thing and doing the same mistake. So I'll be discussing to you what exactly you should be doing instead. So we go back to the first strategy that we found here. Let's say it fits you as a person, it fits you on how you want to be trading, and let's say you want to be intrading. You want to not spend too much time on the charts, and you don't want to be out of trades for too long. So it meets your criteria as a person and say, okay, this strategy seems nice, I need to test it out. So the first thing that you need to be doing is testing it out, back testing it without actually placing any trades. So the first thing you need to do is go back onto previous prices and see how price and how this strategy has performed in the past based on previous prices. And once you've done that and see, okay, this strategy has potential, I need to test it out myself. So you need to front test this. So the second thing that you need to be doing is go onto a demo account, especially if you're a beginner, and test this strategy out, and don't risk your own money. Go onto the demo account, as I said, and try to see how well you perform onto the strategy, because looking at prices that already happen don't have the emotional aspects of things, but when you're actually placing a trade, it's a whole different game. So you're going to be testing it out on a demo account and see how you perform with it, and then through this you're going to get comfortable with it, you're going to gain a better understanding of things, and you're going to improve yourself using the strategy as you go along. So this will take as long as you feel comfortable with, but I would say at least a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending on the strategy, and or as long as you feel comfortable, obviously. And once you feel comfortable with the strategy, then you go on to a live account, and then you do your actual trading or with your own money once you feel comfortable with the strategy, and once you've already failed a couple times onto the second step after you did the demo trading. So through that, you avoided losing money onto learning how to use the strategy. You already learned how to use it, you know that it's working from your back testing. So the first step is to ensure that the strategy works without actually having to emotionally evaluate it. The second step is actually adding the emotional aspect of things and you actually placing the trade. And these, if these two things work and you think that this can be a profitable strategy, then you go on to live account and then you risk your own money onto the third step. So instead of strategy hopping around like a bunny and wasting your money, go and follow these three steps each time that you find a new strategy. And obviously not every strategy that you're going to see online is good. So if you want to see how I usually trade, and I'm an intraday trader and sometimes scalper, but I usually main intraday, I'll be linking a video for you to get started. And this is how I usually trade and make most money from this trade, because this is my favorite trade and my personal trade. So check that link out. And again, just to summarize, don't strategy hop, stick with one strategy and test it out, and if you feel confident enough, then you go into live account. So this is all I wanted to say for this video. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure to like and subscribe onto the channel, and have a good rest of your day, and goodbye.